Since the government dropped this new cheaper home battery rebate, some solar cowboys have come back to the Wild West to claim your taxpayer money. Right now, cowboys are mounting 50 kilowatt hour lithium batteries on stacked bricks like a lethal game of Jenga. We are seeing lifetime warranties from companies younger than my Netflix subscription. We are seeing pensioner couples with a $300 bill getting sold the largest rebate battery possible, a full 50 kilowatt hours, when a 16 kilowatt hour unit would have been ideal. It is a feeding frenzy out there. We recently dropped an investigation of a crappy battery install on a bloke named Jack. Jack chased the cheapest quote he could find, $4,999. He thought he outsmarted the system. What he actually bought was a Frankenstein fire hazard held together by mud, loose bricks, and a glitching app. The installer ghosted him, and now his trust and his money is gone. Don't be a Jack. Before you let some cowboy hijack your hard-earned dollars, we are jack-proofing your house. Grab a pen. Here are the 9 deadly sins of buying a home battery. Let's go.
Presented by Your Energy Answers.
Sin number 1, the high pressure hustle. The rebate ends April 30. Sign here today or miss out. This is artificial scarcity. It's the oldest trick in the used car playbook. They create a ticking clock because they know if you stop and Google their honest reviews, you'll run away. FOMO is a financial disease. When you panic, you skip the site inspection and the quote comparisons. Government rebates are great, but rushing into a contract for the wrong $15,000 system to save you $4,000 is objectively terrible maths. If someone says you have to sign today, the answer should be no. Slow down and do your checking before you make the next move. Sin number 2, confusing capacity with power. This is where 90% of buyers get bamboozled on the quote. Sales reps slap a massive box on the proposal and yell, "Look at this beast, 50 kilowatt hours of battery. You'll never need the grid again." They are deliberately hiding the most important number, power output. Capacity is the size of the tank, power is the width of the pipe. You can have the biggest tank in the suburb, but if the output pipe is a tiny cocktail straw, you can't run your house. Let's do the maths. It's 6 p.m, your aircon, kettle, fridge and lights are all on. That's 4.5 kilowatts of demand, but your massive budget battery only outputs 3 kilowatt hours continuously. It chokes, it hits its physical limit. Instantly, your house pulls the missing 1.5 kilowatts straight from the expensive grid at peak time of use rates. You didn't buy a backup system, you bought a heavy, expensive trickle charger. If the continuous output is under 5 kilowatts, you are not running a modern home. Sin number 3, ignoring the foundation. You signed the quote, but did they check your board? If your switchboard still has those old pull-out ceramic fuses, it belongs in a museum next to a Blockbuster video card. This board has PTSD. It barely survived the 90s, and it is not ready for a high-powered lithium battery. Here is how cowboys operate. They do a blind quote using Google Earth or Nearmap, draw a square on your roof, and say, "Yep, 12 grand, sign here." But blind quotes lead to hostage situations. Install day arrives, your house is half pulled apart, and the Sparky sucks air through his teeth. Suddenly you hear, "Oh, sorry mate, this board isn't compliant. That'll be an extra $3,000 for your new RCDs and asbestos removal crew." Google Earth cannot see melted 30-year-old wiring. Bolting clean tech to a degraded switchboard is like strapping a SpaceX rocket to a 3-wheeled shopping trolley. No physical inspection or detailed photo audit? No deal. Sin number 4, the Frankenstein system. You've got a crusty 7-year-old 4 kilowatt solar system. The cowboy says, "No worries mate, we'll just AC couple the new battery. Easy done." Stop right there. Cowboys use AC coupling as a lazy default so they don't have to rewire your old gear or even put on more solar when everyone just wants to install a high profit battery. Here is the physics lessons they skip. Your solar needs more grunt and also produces DC power. Your old inverter converts it to AC for the house. The new battery needs DC, so it converts it back. Tonight, when you boil the kettle, the house needs AC, so it converts it back again. DC to AC, AC to DC. Every time that power changes shape, you lose up to 5% in conversion losses. You are paying a massive, silent efficiency tax for the next 10 years. Rip off the band-aid, install a larger solar system with a proper hybrid inverter. One brain, one app, 0 friction. Sin number 5. False hope during blackouts. A summer storm hits, the grid drops. You smile, ready to be the king of the cul-de-sac while your neighbors sweat. Then click. Your house goes dark too. Budget installers hide behind 3 letters. EPS. Emergency Power Supply. It sounds military grade, but it usually just means they wired a single, lonely power point to the inverter in your garage. That is a $10,000 glorified extension lead. Now you're tripping over orange cords in the dark just to keep the milk cold. If surviving a blackout matters, demand a whole home backup or a backup gateway in writing. And before you pay that final invoice, make them flip the main switch, kill the grid, and prove the fridge stays on. Hope is not a solution. Proof is. Sin number 6. The hot box. Install day arrives. Watch where they put the battery. Lithium batteries are exactly like a British backpacker at Bondi Beach in January. If you leave them exposed to the direct afternoon sun, they turn bright red, they'll scream, and they'll shut down. When a battery gets hot, it panics. It triggers something called derating. To stop itself from catching fire, it throttles its own power output. Your 5 kilowatt battery might drop to 2 kilowatts right when your aircon is working its hardest. Also, this heat exposure will affect the warranty. Why do installers mount them on sun-baked west-facing walls? We call it the copper tax. Thick electrical cable is expensive. Slapping the box right next to the meter saves the cowboy $500 in copper and 2 hours of labor so they can hit the pub early. Make them run that extra cable. Put your baby in the shade. Don't let a lazy Sparky cook your 15-year investment to save a few bucks. Sin number 7. The hit and run. The install is done, they mount the battery and yell, "She'll be right, mate," and peel out of your driveway like a getaway car. What's the rush? Because the microsecond that box is on the wall, they click submit and claim your government rebate. You are now a liability in their rearview mirror. Just ask Jack. He's staring at a flashing red light, literally taking photos of his inverter and begging ChatGPT to troubleshoot his system at 2 a.m. because his installer has ghosted him. Demand a live demo before they leave. Make sure the right app is on your phone and it works. Watch it charge, watch it discharge, simulate a blackout, and if they refuse to spend 15 minutes testing it, you just paid 12 grand to be an AI beta tester. Sin number 8. Ghosted aftercare. 6 months after install, a red light flashes on your battery. You call the installer.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
The person you called
Voicemail.
cannot be reached now.
404 error. Facebook? Deleted. Your National Customer Support Center was actually a bloke named Steve in a shed who lost his burner phone. Welcome to the solar coaster. Cowboys boom during rebates, install 500 cheap batteries, and vanish. Actually, they don't vanish. They phoenix. Steve liquidates his company on Friday to wipe out your 10-year warranty and opens Aussie Solar Superman 2.0 on Monday. You have to do deep research, look up their exact ABN, and if their website claims 10 years experience but the ABN is 4 months old, run. Finally, sin number 9. The honeymoon phase. Buying a budget battery from an ad you see online is Tinder for clean tech. The brochure is glossy, the price is sharp, you swipe right. But a year later, you're catfished. When you sign a contract, you enter a double marriage. You marry the brand and the installer. If either goes bust, you lose. If you buy a cheap white label battery and the manufacturer goes bankrupt, your warranty is a piece of wall art. If you buy a premium battery but use a cowboy installer who goes out of business, the manufacturer will tell you to call your original installer, but he's now out in Bali sipping pina coladas. Bankability matters. Quality isn't how slick the app looks in the sun. It's who answers the phone when a relay fries on a Sunday. Don't marry a ghost. Get a local installer who has been there for a decade. If this whole solar and battery thing feels overwhelming, that's normal. You don't need to become an electrical engineer to get a battery. You just need to avoid the cowboys. That is exactly why we built our Installer Partner Network. We've personally vetted over 50 installation teams across Australia, audited their past installs, and relentlessly reviewed their after-sales behavior. Go to the installer finder on yourenergyanswers.com, put in your postcode, and if they mess up, they don't just answer to you, they answer to us. Do it properly. Don't let a cowboy turn your garage into a crime scene. If you cut corners to save a few bucks, you'll get jacked. Hit the link, find a vetted pro, and let's tell the cowboys to hit the road. The future is electric, the rest is just noise. I'm Ethan Lambert. I'll catch you in the next video.
Come on, love, sign the paper. It's a fair dinkum deal. You won't get better. Sign it now or the offer's off the table.
The red lights flashing at 1:45.
Brutal.
And the
My skin is
ghosted
absolutely
cowboy
cooking.
ain't helping you. So hit the road, hacks. We ain't paying for your copper tax. Don't get jacked, Jack. We ain't paying for your copper tax. Don't get jacked.
Please support the channel by liking the video, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell, and check out all our other videos. Want more energy answered? Visit yourenergyanswers.com for quality energy products, tools and calculators, and find your quality local installers. You're still here? I'll see you next time. Bye.